registration requirement was recently announced with not a lot of details and guidance on the registration process and what needs to happen in order to register. So if you're a non-citizen living in the United States for more than 30 days, you may be legally required to register with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. But how does this process work? Who needs to register? And what documents serve as proof of your registration? So in this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know about this registration requirement, and we're going to explain this new Form G-325R, how to complete it, and why it's important for you to stay compliant with U.S. immigration laws. And that's very important because there are severe penalties that are attached to this alien registration requirement, because they're taking this registration requirement very seriously. So in the end, who needs to register? How do you complete that Form G-325R? We're going to discuss the biometrics appointment that's attached to this, proof of your registration, and ultimately what are the consequences if you fail to register in this alien registration requirement. So who exactly needs to register? Well, according to U.S. immigration law, most non-citizens who stay in the United States for more than 30 days must register and be fingerprinted. And who does this include? Non-citizens in the United States for more than 30 days, individuals who have entered without inspection, Canadian visitors who did not receive Form I-94, and that's the majority of those that we work with are Canadian clients. If you entered as a non-controlled Canadian, you did not receive that Form I-94 upon entry to the United States, this would apply to you. And then non-citizens turning 14 years old in the United States who did not go through one of those processes. And there are some exceptions, though, for diplomats, certain visa holders, and American Indians born in Canada with at least 50% Indigenous blood. Those individuals are exempt. If you're unsure about it, it's best to check to verify whether or not you meet the registration requirement, or you have to complete Form G-325R. Now, registering is done through your USCIS portal online. So how do you do that? Well, if you don't have an account, simply go to myuscis.gov and create an account. And once you create the account, you will have access to what is called Form G-325R. And this form requires details such as your name, your date of birth, your country of origin, and your current immigration status. And then you would submit the form and wait for a biometric appointment notification. Very important. If you go through this process, if you're in the United States more than 30 days, you will have to complete a biometrics appointment. What is a biometrics appointment? Well, a biometrics appointment is when they will take your photograph and your fingerprints, and they're going to do a background check on you. So once you submit that G-325R, USCIS will schedule that biometrics appointment at an application support center. And at that appointment, you will be required to bring a copy of your appointment notice, your valid passport or ID, and any immigration-related documents that you have. And this appointment is very important for background checks, identity verification. And if you do not attend this biometrics appointment, then your registration will not be complete. And so very important to attend the biometrics appointment part of the alien registration process. Now, once you've completed the biometrics appointment, USCIS will provide proof of alien registration in your USCIS account. And you'll be able to download it and print it as official evidence that you've registered. And the following documents will serve as proof that you have been officially registered, and that would be your Form I-94, arrival departure record, if you're a U.S. permanent resident, your green card, if you are working in the United States under work authorization, your employment authorization document, or your Form G-325R proof of registration. And if you are 18 or older, you must carry proof of your registration at all times. And failure to do so is a violation of immigration law. You could result in fines, and you could be detained if you fail to carry proof of your status in the United States. Now, ignoring this registration requirement is a big deal. So make sure if this rule applies to you that you follow it, because there are severe immigration consequences if you failure to do so. And according to the Department of Homeland Security, if you failure to register, you will receive fines up to $5,000, up to 6 months in jail time, and possible deportation for fraudulent registrations. So, and also keep in mind that once you're registered, it is up to you to maintain a valid address with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, and you need to update that address within 10 days of moving to a new location. So the alien registration requirement is very important. It is something that this new administration is taking seriously. And if you are required to register, you must complete this process, go create an account with USCIS.gov and register immediately so that you are compliant and that you are not subject to these possible immigration penalties for failure to register.